Making a difference one child at a time. I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me this hour is Carlos Lejnieks, President and CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Essex, Hudson, and Union Counties. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me, Jill.
We're talking about a variety of different themes happening in your agency at this point, but let's talk a little bit about the growth and the continued need for Big Brothers Big Sisters for mentors for children.
Absolutely. When I took over my agency in May 2008, we only had 116 young people, primarily out of Newark, although we covered 3 counties, Essex, Hudson, and Union counties. And since then, we've grown to rapidly to a program of now over 800 young people, and we're poised to launch significant school-based programs in Jersey City and Newark to grow us closer to 1,000 young people. There's fierce urgency in our community for this kind of work.
Traditionally, we think of Big Brothers Big Sisters as these one-on-one mentoring relationships, but give us an idea as to how these school-based programs work and why they may be a good fit for working people.
Absolutely. It's 1 hour a week. It's a very doable thing, and we structure a program. We pair people up based on common interests and commonalities. We build personality profiles so that the relationship has a lot of good foundation to start from. And then it's a weekly basis. It can start. It can be in the school, during the school day, at lunch or after school. And we just set up regular expectations for the relationship so that it impacts the child, but is also beneficial for the adult volunteer.
And this is in addition to these one-on-one relationships that happen outside of the school setting.
And actually, they're one-on-one in the school setting as well. And then occasionally we'll have group activities. So, for example, we had a donation of 200 tickets to the New York Jets game recently, and that was a lot of fun. Many of our kids had never been to Giant Stadium ever, and it was a real nice moment to share a Friday evening with them in watching a Jets game.
So in addition to that, we're talking about the quality of the program, and that's something that you've been working toward as well. And in fact, you've actually received statewide recognition.
Yeah, absolutely. The Big Brother of the Year for the state of New Jersey and the Big Sister of the Year for the entire state of New Jersey both came from my agency. The Big Sister mentors 2 children in Newark, all one-to-one though, and the Big Brother mentors a child in Jersey City. And the Big Sister, in fact, then went to the national competition and won the National Big Sister of the Year as well. So we went to the White House, met with the president, and it was a big moment for New Jersey, big moment of pride for our work mentoring kids in a preventative way.
So let's talk a little bit about the need for mentors and the difference that they can make. You've talked to me about some really sad situations where children are waiting for mentors and waiting for the finances to make those matches a success.
Absolutely, Jill. You know, I've been in this working with young people primarily in Newark for 6-7 years now. One of my former students was recently murdered in Newark. Very tragic, random, and going to the wake, there are far too many young people populating the funeral parlor. It was a Friday night. It was very tragic. I went with my mom there. We were there for 3 hours. And I reflected, this is not our country. This is not our society. There are things that should motivate us to action and to change the direction of many parts of our community. Never has the challenge been so great, but yet the solution so clear when we see evidence-based models like Big Brothers Big Sisters, where you could take a preventative stance and change the life's direction of an at-risk youth by mentoring them. We're not talking about mentoring kids who are already down a bad path. We're talking about mentoring kids before they go down that path. And I can testify to the fact that young people are not born murderers. They're not born drug dealers. They're not born draws on society. But yet, given quality resources early on in life, we can change the direction of our communities.
And this is an evidence-based program. Let's quickly talk about some of the needs you have at this point. Obviously, volunteers make this program a success, but it takes finances to back up these matches.
That's exactly right. Money, especially in a down economy, is more pressing of an issue for folks like me trying to make it happen when the urgency is so severe and so needed. $1,200 per child per year is all it costs to mentor a child. If you don't do this, though, statistics will show you that these young people will most likely swing the other way and be a draw in society, and the juvenile justice system costs about $60,000 per child per year to just have them in the system. And we're targeting these young people with these at-risk demographics and preventing them from going down that path. And so it's a prudent investment, and we have a call to action for private philanthropy. Every dollar counts, $5, $10, $1,000. We could use your support for sure.
Thanks so much, Carlos.
Thanks, Jill.
We've been talking with Carlos Lejnieks, President and CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Essex, Hudson, and Union Counties. I'm Jill Horner.